So, what were you doing 3 months ago? Can you remember what you were doing 3 months ago today? Must have been about 11th of November. That was a day to remember for me, 3 months ago. Yeah, we'd just been walking through the sea, that Red Sea. Oh, it was a terrifying day before that when the chariots and all those Egyptians were chasing us. We thought we'd had it. But then the sea just opened up and we walked through. It was fantastic. Day I will never forget. Dry land under our feet and sea either side. It was incredible. So we escaped from those Egyptians and all their chariots and their fierce horsemen. We've had some pretty dramatic experiences since then too. Because when we got away from Egypt, we came to a place where there was water, and gosh, did we need a drink. And we all went down and scooped up the water. It was so bitter. But old Moses did the trick again, found a log, chucked it in the lake, and the water became sweet. It was beautiful. Wonderful. Another good day that was. Then, place I wonder if you've been there. Elim. Really beautiful. All those springs and those palm trees. That was lovely. We really enjoyed being there. God, we had some parties then. That was beautiful. But we had to go on. Moses kept on about this promised land place, and we had to keep going. So he took us on. We came to a place they called Desert of Sin. That was horrible. Really horrible. We were hungry. We were thirsty. There was just nothing to eat. Everyone complained and complained. Moses did it again. He and his God, they're absolutely fantastic. He did it again. And we had quails in the morning, just fell out the sky. We had meat to eat. And there was this stuff on the ground we had to go and collect. It didn't look very much, but Moses called it manna. But we ate it, and it was alright. We're still eating it. It's okay. Kept us going anyway. But moved us on again. We got thirsty again. We just can't carry water around with us. We depend on finding lakes and things. And some people, we thought we were going to lose them. They're dying of thirst. This big stick again, just that same stick he put over the waters when it parted. Yeah, hit the rock. Oh, some people got washed down the road. It was fantastic. And that water was good. It was cool. It came out that rock. It was beautiful. Just what we needed. And there was enough for everybody. And there's thousands of us here. Thousands and thousands. Then we had a bad time. We met up with the Amalekites. Did they do battle with us? We fought. I don't know how many days it was we were fighting. But Moses was up high and we could look up every now and again and see him. And it was as if he was praying to his God. He had his arms outstretched and his staff, and there were a couple of people holding his arms up so that he would keep praying and keep awake. And it seemed as if every time his arms were up, we were winning, and if he seemed to droop and fall asleep, the Amalekites seemed to be winning. But we won the day. Dear old Moses, what a guy he is. So, we've had some adventures in these last 3 months. Now, here we are. They call it the Desert of Sinai. Desert Sinai. Not a very pleasant place, but the Mount Sinai up there, well, that's impressive. They've sailed over it quite a lot of the time, but wow, that's some mountain range. That's some place. But what we need is a bit of order. Moses' uncle Jethro came a few weeks ago. He turned up, and he spent a few days with us, see how Moses' nephew was doing. And he said to Moses, look, he said, you shouldn't be having this queue of people all day long coming to you, asking for judgment about squabbles that were going on in the camp. He said, this is wrong. So he got Moses to appoint people, leaders from our tribe, and he put some in charge of thousands, some in charge of hundreds, some in 50s, and some 10s. So we've got this sort of hierarchical structure of leadership. in the camp now, so that we're managed by sub-leaders under Moses. It's working not bad, but what we really need is law and order. We need a system to live by. I mean, 3.5 months ago, we were with the Egyptians, and we were slaves. But now, we're a self-governing nation, and we can't really do it. We're not very good at it. So, we're told that Moses is going up the mount, and he's going to talk to God, and see if God can't give us something that will help us to live in harmony together. So that's the idea, and, well, he's off. We don't know how long he's going for, but, well, we hope that he'll be able to solve our problems, because sometimes things get a bit hectic in the camp. People get quite nasty with each other. We do need some law and order here. Well, Moses has been gone nearly 2 weeks now. 2 weeks. Wonder what he's doing. Some people are becoming a bit restless, because Moses didn't say how long he'd be going for, and we're just really not sure what's going on. No one seems to know. We're not allowed to go and look for him. They weren't allowed to have a search party. Several people wanted to. They got bands together and started to go towards the mountain to try and find Moses, see what's happening. But the priest stepped in front of us and said, no, if you step on the mountain, you're dead meat, alright? You'll just be zapped. No one's allowed to go anywhere near the mountain. You stay away. So we wait. But all this waiting is making us nervous. Two more weeks have gone by. Still no Moses. No sign of him. Not a word. You thought he could have popped down and said, well, I need a bit more time with God, so just behave yourself and I'm alright, I'm still alive. The word going round is that he's dead. But other people are saying, no, he's gone over the other side of the mountain and gone off somewhere else. All sorts of rumours going round about what's happening. We just don't know. We feel totally on our own. It now must be, 4 months since we escaped from Egypt. It seems to me people have quickly lost their belief in Moses and belief in his God. People are denying that Moses was even ever with us. Crazy they are. How quickly we lose our commitment to what God wants of us. You know, we pray a couple of times, don't we, about a situation, and then, well, nothing seems to happen, so we drift on to something else, and some issue comes up, and that gets our prayer for another couple of days. And perhaps we make friends with someone who's started worshipping with us, and then they don't come for a few weeks, and we just forget them, if we're not careful. And we never look them up again. How quickly we move on to different things. How quickly we forget. Well, a pressure group has formed. They're trying to persuade Aaron to do something. They want him to take initiative as the leader. He's the natural next leader after Moses. So they've got him in a corner, and he's going to do something, we're told. And what he's doing, he's sending round a bucket to collect gold earrings and gold rings and stuff. And they're going to give it all to the craftsman and see what the craftsman can do. Give them a few days, they said, and they'll make something. And then we'll have an unveiling of a new God. Ah, new God? They're going to make one. And there'll be a big party to celebrate. I don't agree with it myself. Personally, I don't think they're right. Did I give my gold ring and my wife to them? I hear you asking me that question. Well, what would you have done? The choice was, do you support Moses and his God, or do you go with the flow? Do you go with the majority? We're all saying we're on our own now. We've got to do something to look after our own destiny. It's up to us. What would you have done? Yeah, we've got a lot of benefits from Moses and God. I mean, we're out of Egypt. There are some good things. But where is he now? What's he up to? He seems invisible. He's nowhere to be seen. So what can you do? Yes, I was afraid to stand out against the mob. I was afraid to be different. I'm sorry I gave in to fear. I wanted to say no, but I gave in. I suppose I've set myself against Moses and God now. Well, everybody else was doing it. They were all taking something home from work with them. They did a handing out of stuff. It would have been unsociable not to have joined in. Well, my lone voice wouldn't have made any difference anyway, would it? It was always going on, always will do. So what difference would I have made if I'd said no? It was just a white lie, really. I mean, it seems to be a nice thing to do, to say that was okay when I was asked. I mean, I don't really believe it, but if I'd said the opposite, I would have really upset that person. I know it was wrong, but I feel dreadful. Really dreadful. It's party time tomorrow. The great celebration, the great unveiling of this thing, whatever it's going to be. I'm going to keep my distance. I think I'll get near the back if I can. The noise is deafening. Oh my goodness. Even back here, well away from the action. Oh, I can't hear myself think. Why do they have to use so many ram horns? I can't believe it. It's awful. It was a golden calf, they turned out. A golden calf. They all went wild as if they'd created something miraculous. All they've done is copy what the Egyptians did. Oh, now they're making an altar in front of it. It can't even speak. It does nothing. They made it, and now they're bowing down to it. I wish I was somewhere else. Oh, now, over there. Oh, I can't look. It's disgusting. Good now. I've heard of the word debauchery, and that's about it. It's dreadful, the things that are going on over there. Oh, somebody ought to stop them. It's revolting, it's immoral, what's going on. Please, someone do something. Oh, if I wasn't right at the back here, then I'd be up there and telling them that it's wrong, stopping it. Oh, I don't think shouting would do any good. It's no good suggesting shouting. There's too much noise than that. It wouldn't do any good shouting. Well, ask some people nearby if we could join forces and go up there and do something. Get a group. No, these people here all value their independence and free speech, and I think they're against censorship. They believe every individual should be able to choose. And you don't have to look. You can just turn the other way and not take any notice. Just turn off from it. You don't need to keep watching. I don't think they. What about writing on a bit of stone tablet, a message? Yeah, could probably throw it right up to the front and get a message to the leaders up the front. Probably could, but I don't really know which is responsible for that group. I'm not really sure who to send it to, who to throw it to. So I don't think I'll bother. I could use my ramshorn. Well, in fact, I did try my ramshorn just now. I did try and call up the front, but no one seems to be listening, so I haven't tried that yet. I just gave up. It's hopeless. One person can't make a difference. Okay, you call it apathy. But there are thousands of others here. Why can't they do something? They could just as easily, someone nearer the front, more in touch. They could do something. Why me? Why me? It just seems to me as if we're going backwards. going backwards. Just a minute. Just a minute. The mountain slope. Just coming out of the smoke. Yes, there's two figures coming out of the smoke. Moses and Joshua. Moses, Joshua. Moses is carrying a couple of stones. I think we're about to see a different sort of fireworks now. Whatever Moses was carrying, he seems to have thrown onto the ground. He smashed whatever it was he was carrying. There's fragments everywhere. I think there's more smoke coming out of Moses at the moment than there is over the mountain. I have never seen him so big. He is jumping up and down like a madman. Angry isn't the word. Angry. He's got hold of Aaron now. And they're having a real go at each other. Just a minute. The noise has stopped. I'll see if I can hear what he's saying. Listen. Do not be angry, my lord. You know how prone these people are to evil. They said to me, make us gods who will go before us. As for this fellow Moses who brought us up out of Egypt, we don't know what has happened to him. So I told them, whoever has any gold jewelry, take it off. Then they gave me the gold, and I threw it into the fire, and out came this calf. What a cockhammer. We made him do it. I suppose if Aaron was caught riding his chariot too fast, he'd go to the magistrate and say, well, my passengers told me to overtake the chariot in front and to get a move on. It's their fault. He who holds the reins pays the fine, Aaron. Don't you forget it. The truth is, we have all gone backwards. We started following the patterns of behaviour we learned in slavery. But really, we are free people and should live as free people. We must take responsibility for our own actions. As for I threw it in the fire and out came a calf. They must think Moses came in with the tide. Well, talking of water, we've all had a ghastly mixture of burned golden powder, calf powder to drink this morning. It was horrible. Moses has made us swallow what we worship. Swallow our pride, you might say. Now what's happened? Moses has made an appeal. All the Levites are going to stand with him. He's asked for those who are loyal to the Lord to stand with him. They've drawn their swords. I don't like the look of it. They've drawn swords. And now they're going through the camp. It's almost indiscriminate. They're wielding their swords. They're killing people. And they're coming this way. They're coming this way. I please don't like jelly. I don't know what to do. I'm so scared. I want to run like hell. I can't move. They're killing people all over the place. I can't move. Sorry. Gosh, this is fast. They've missed me. They've missed me. Why have they missed me? I've been spared. Why? I deserve to die. I was as bad as the rest. God knows I deserve to die, but have I got another chance? Some people say that the other day there were 3,000 people killed in Afghanistan. 3,000. I just feel so mixed up, so many emotions. I'm here alive. but some of my family are dead. I did wrong by just standing by and not doing anything. I should have died as well. The latest word is that Moses has gone and pleaded with God for mercy on our behalf. But Moses did nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong. And yet we hear he's bargaining with God that even he should die in our place. If that's what's needed for us to be spared, he's offering himself. Can you imagine that? Can you believe it? This innocent man who's done us so much good. He was prepared to die in my place and the place of us thousands and thousands of Israelites, with all of us done wrong in one way or another. Does getting us to the promised land mean that much to him? Well, I'm certainly with Moses and his God now. I want to see my God too. I think anyone who would be wholeheartedly with an innocent person who was willing to give up their life for the sake of others, don't you agree with me? You'd be wholeheartedly with him too. You know, if that happened, someone gave up their life, my belief would never be exhausted. I would fear no one. I would be prepared to be different and stand up any time he needed me. And as for action, nothing would stop me. Yes, if someone died to save me, that would be a day to remember. A very good day. Died and rose again. Now today you reign in heaven and earth victorious. I really want to worship you, my Lord. You have won my heart, and I am yours forever and ever. I will love you. You are the only one who died for me, gave your life to set me free. So I lift my voice to you in adoration.